Mr. Williams, a moment ago, talked about profit. Many of you already know this, but the last CEO of MedStar retired with over $11 million in pension benefits, right? Now this is instructive because this is at the same time, that's right, at the same time MedStar was asking, or rather demanding, that nurses take unilateral cuts in pay. Is that right? Okay. Now, you have a staff that went out there and they did a survey in a hospital. I used to work in a hospital. I was a orderly for a while. I was a surgical technician for a while. I know what it means if you have pressure on nurses. I know that if you don't have enough nursing staff, that hurts the patient. I saw the report where you had 103 incidents, at least 103 incidents, that put patients at risk, and that 86% of those incidents, you identified inadequate staffing, and most of them are patients that were seriously ill. So here, we not only need MedStar to come back to the bargaining table, but we need MedStar to come back to cardiac care, critical care, general medical and surgical care, and come back with nurses. Come back with nurses. Come back for the patients. Rick Trumka, what a great leader for the AFL-CIO and labor. And you also have the president of the laborers here, Terry O'Sullivan. Let's give it up for him. One final note, all over this country, workers are watching. They're watching events in Wisconsin. They're watching events in Ohio, where I came from, where last week I was at the State House with thousands of workers. They're watching events here in Washington. They're seeing these signs of workers demanding rights not only for themselves but for patients. This is an important moment in history. This is a moment where we must stand up and speak out, where we must claim the basic rights that workers have, that we have a right to collective bargaining, that we have a right to a union, that we have a right to strike, that we have a right to decent wages and benefits, that there's a right to a secure retirement, there's a right to a safe workplace, there's a right for safety for patients, and it is nurses that are in the front line here in Washington. It is nurses who are standing up for patients. It is nurses who are demanding justice. Stand for justice. Stand for the patient. Keep going. Thank you. Nurses United.